Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review, we are looking at the Marvel Legends Secret Wars Wolverine. A Wolverine which I'm guessing some people were interested in. I don't know, let me know. We'll do the question of the day. Are you interested in this particular batch of Secret Wars figures? Because I started collecting the original toys that these are based on right when they were coming out, or at least hanging around a little bit, and these are some of the worst of the older figures by far. So I'm just curious how you guys feel about these, especially with the way Hasbro's executing them. I'm very, very curious if you guys are into this, or if you're just getting them because you like the way they look on the card, or what. Let me know your sentiments about this batch of figures. But we are going to review them all, so let's go ahead and get them off the stand and take a closer look. Before we look at the figure, I do want to show you my package. I think the packaging is fine. It does go right back to the original packaging. It's very, very accurate for, the modern changes that they had to make. And so that's cool. Like, they're definitely tugging on the heartstrings, and I get that. But are the figures actually worth owning? So far, I haven't opened all of mine yet, but I'm like, some of them are in the middle, some of them are a definite no, and then some of them look decent. So I don't know. I guess we'll see. But obviously the original figure didn't really look like this at all. I don't have the original ones to show you, but I'll try to find a screenshot or something. But it doesn't look like this, but the figure definitely doesn't look like that. And honestly, the figure itself doesn't really match the original figure too well either. That's kind of close. Well, whatever. I guess we'll get into it. So let's just go ahead and talk about Wolverine here. Guys, it's like it's tugging on my heartstrings, but also I have to do a review here, so we're gonna do it. All right, he stands, let's say, to the top of his head about 5 7/8, not counting his ear things, and that's gonna make him about 15 centimeters, give or take. Here he is up against Darwin. Now, we've seen all these Wolverine parts before, except for the head. It's a combination of, 97, the X-Men 97, and that old terrible upper body that's just really not good. And then, of course, the shoulders that go with it. I think those are the combinations anyway. It's not the absolute worst thing in the world. Should we do this? I think we should. But it is not the best. Now, I know some people loved that 97 body, so if you did, there's a lot to like here. For me, the previous legs, the non-97 legs, looked way better. These arms are okay. I do think these are the 97 arms. I could be wrong about that, but they have hair hiding the burn area. So that's good. It actually looks better. The arms are a good, meaty sculpt. The legs have a lot less detail in them, so that's a little questionable. And then we have still this very flat, oddly shaped torso that they've used far too many times, with the tiny, tiny little shoulders that just kind of stick out and look like little beans that his arms are connected to. And as a result of using this body and not giving a crap, the head, that's a new sculpt, which is mostly really good, sits way, 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 way too high with those little tiny shoulders that are so low. Compared to how high that head is, this is absolutely goofy looking. It is the goofiest looking Wolverine I think they've released out of all of them, other than maybe the one that was eating a hamburger. So the sculpt, some parts are good, but the combination of these parts is not good. The paints, or I guess let's just say the color scheme, the yellows and oranges are in... I don't know, there's different yellow here to here, and then even the shin, it's hard to note or hard to see because it's in there, but the shin's a different color than the rest of the leg too. The brown's not the right color brown, it's just pretty goofy looking, and then his arms are pink. And I guess you could say, well, they're trying to match those really horrible figures from before, but these look, comparatively worse. The elbows are grossly different colored. So it's just not great. And then we do have the animated claws. So if you like those, you still get those. So that's okay. They're decent. And for the head, it's a new head. I mostly like it. His chin is huge. And his mouth is obscenely wide, even for a smile. But otherwise, the cowl is kind of cool. And I see what they're going for. And the paints are applied well enough. So it's fine. It's fine. Now, as far as like the overall aesthetic, it's really not good enough if you ask me. There are so many better options for Wolverine. So I could see people buying this just for the new head, but I would not buy it for the body. I would not. It's not very good looking. Look how far his head is from his shoulders. It's so crazy looking. His head is almost as far from his shoulders as his waist is from his shoulders. It's crazy. So aesthetically, it's going to get a 5 out of 10. There's some redeeming value, but it's just really not a worthy pickup. As far as accessories go, you get the 2 claw hands, you get the 2 fist hands, that's pretty cool. You have the masked head, you have the unmasked head. I don't like this unmasked head at all. I don't think I've ever seen Wolverine actually look like this, but if he has, that's fine. You can tell me I'm wrong. I'm not into this head, but it's not so big, so that's nice. Sometimes they have really big heads. And then you get this, which is a callback to the original toy, which is this little shield gimmick, which, okay, it has the hologram thing on it, or whatever you call it, and the interchangeable cardboard piece, and they can clip it on their wrist. Like, does anybody care about this? I need to know, did you guys want this? Or is this just a giant waste of money in the package for crappy repaints? Because, yeah, it didn't cost that much to make, but it did cost something. And the figures aren't good, or at least this one's not. So to me, having an insulting accessory with a bad figure is weird. But look, just look how much better that Wolverine looks than the toy. Colors, the sculpt, everything. I mean, it's a drawing, but no sculpt. You know what I mean? So yeah, to me, it's a lame, weird accessory that I get what they're going for, but for me, it's silly. I'll give the accessories a 7 out of 10. Alright, now for articulation, it's the same as we've seen before, so I'll go over it kind of quickly. This head neck does allow him to look up, but you don't need a giant neck to do that, so the argument, oh, it's meant for bending over, well, okay. But no, you don't need to have goofy proportions to bend over and look up, so. But you do get the old school antiquated neck joint. So you have the ball on top, which offers a little bit of wiggle, that's not that useful. Shoulders, the butterfly joint, oh, it doesn't want to go. Okay, well, you do get a butterfly joint on this. This is not the better of the Wolverine bodies. It's functional enough, but it's not particularly good. You get your full rotation there. You get your hand, your bicep swivel. Double jointed elbow works well enough, and obviously your wrists have a swivel and a hinge. Ab crunch on this guy does lean forward nicely, and it leans back barely. So there's that. He's so flat. It's so flat. That's weird the way they do that. This is a really flat one. He kicks decent, and that's fine, no problem at all there. Kicks out to the side some, but not too bad. Goes back a little bit, going out to the side, no problem. Thigh swivel is there, double jointed knee is good. You do get a boot swivel, so that's nice. And the ankles are pretty functional. Like, it's a decent functional body. It's not sculpted well, but it articulates fine. So I'll give the articulation a 7. There's nothing special about it, but it is there. It is par for the course standard articulation for a Marvel Legends figure. Nothing stands out as being particularly good. I guess the hips are better than average, but that's about it. Okay, so time for the final verdict on this guy. Should you let it tug on your heartstrings and have that nostalgia? I would say no. I can't see replacing any Wolverine in my collection with this one, even if this one is supposed to be a specific thing. Like, you can argue he should have the bright lemon yellow and the almost orange brown, but I don't think so. Or the pink skin. For me, it's a big no. Objectively, it's kind of closer to a maybe, but still on the no side. I'm going to give this guy a 6 out of 10 overall. The head, kind of cool, but that's about it, really. The way the head sits on the body just ruins the figure, honestly. That alone is too much for me. That's a bridge too far. It looks ridiculous. So that's it. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, but thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please do give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. And if you haven't subscribed, you should. I have new videos just about every single day. And, well, I think I'm going to start skipping Wednesdays again, but we'll see. But I do have thousands of videos already on the channel, so make sure you come back for all of that. And in the meantime, keep collecting.